What is the best naked bike you can get? Well, I think this MT09 is up there with the best, and for about $9,400 I think this is probably one of the best buys ever. Now, I've clocked over 1,300 miles. This is a channel where I give a real owner's perspective. It's just not a flyby where you get press bikes. This is a channel where I actually buy the bikes and then I bring the commentary. So I've had this for over 8 months now. I've clocked over 1,300 miles, and I'm bringing some real life perspective. This is one of the first MT09s that was introduced in America. The VIN number is very low. I think it's number 371. It's one of the very few models in this color available in America. This color option is no longer available in the 2022-2023 models. They've come up with the blue colors and the aqua colors, and I think this one looks way better with the orange wheels. In this price range, you're probably considering the KTM is an option. The Ducati is also an option, but the Ducati is about 12,500, and the Ducati Monster, and the KTM is just slightly more expensive than this. But I think for the value for the money and what you get for the quality, I think this is probably the best one to get, the MT09. In fact, Ducati also has this color scheme. They've got the gray and the orange color scheme in their color scheme in the Ducati range. So I've seen that in the Aviator gray in the Ducati range. So this is a very nice color. I did consider the KTM, but since I already had a parallel twin in my Tenere, I wanted something different, so I went for the triple option. I always wanted to get a triple, always been fascinated by the Triumph triple, so I figured it was time to just get the triple in the Yamaha MT09. Plus, I think this bike, compared to the other nakeds, it's probably more comfortable. It is actually more comfortable. You're sitting up more upright. It's more relaxed. The KTM is definitely more sportier than this. And the Ducati Monster is just as upright as this bike. But however, I feel, since I'm 6'2", I feel the Ducati Monster cockpit is more cramped than this. And I feel I have more ergonomics and more space on this bike compared to the Ducati Monster. I also found the seat for the KTM to be extremely uncomfortable compared to this. This is definitely a more comfortable seat. It's wider, it's got more padding, and it's wider than the KTM, and I felt more comfortable on this. The seating position, as I mentioned on the Ducati Monster, was more tighter for me, considering how tall I am. But if you're shorter than 6 feet, I think the Ducati Monster ergonomics will be just absolutely great. So I've been very happy, in my ownership experience. I've been very happy, very satisfied with this bike. The really way to enjoy this bike is really revving it over 4,000 or 5,000 revs, getting the revs up high, and then putting it in some of the more sporting modes up top. Level 1, level 2, level 3 are all nice, but that's where you really appreciate the quality and the power and the torque of the MT09 engine. Now, this engine, compared to my leader engine on my GT09, is more torquey. I feel there's more torque on this bike than the GT that I have on my FJR that I have. Very torquey engine, and it just likes to rev, and you get a lot of pulling power on this bike. Similar to an electric bike. I mean, not as strong as an electric bike. Electric bikes pull much more torqueier, but this one has got very nice torque, and the handling on this is absolutely sublime and fantastic. So anyway, I'd highly recommend this bike. I'm here riding around. I'm gonna go do some more riding, but do smash that subscribe button and like button and subscribe to the channel and bring more videos on the MT09 and many other bikes in my garage.